Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are somebody who is new to this channel and you like WWE content, you love WWE, subscribe to this channel, like this video for more of that content because I got you. I got it coming out every single week. Well, my friends, it is official. WWE has made the graphic. They've made the poster. John Cena's final match has been announced. It is indeed December 13th, and it will be, in fact, from Washington, D.C. Now, if you're going to that show, let me know, because I think that's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a cool experience, like I've mentioned before. I was going to go to the show when it was originally rumored to be in Boston or Massachusetts, and I thought it would have been a fun trip to make because it's where I grew up, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to see the guy where he's kind of from where I'm from have his last match, and he's had such a legendary, iconic career, so that would have been cool. I'm not going to be able to make I don't want to say not able to. I'm choosing not really to attempt to go to his final match in Washington, D.C. It's just because it probably doesn't really feel the same to me. And it's a Saturday night's main event. However, I bring this up because there's been some like reports and screenshots. It's all over social media right now about the prices for these tickets for John Cena's last match. Let me just go over these prices with you, okay? I got to bring it up on my phone because there's a few different prices. Okay, so there are prices. I guess it says fifth row here, around the fifth row, $6,500. And it only goes up from there. Second row is $9,500. And if you want to sit front row, $11,500 to sit in the first row for John Cena's final match in Washington, D.C. And you know what? It's not a Monday Night Raw. It's not a Friday Night Smackdown. It's not a PLE. It's a Saturday night's main event show, which, tell me how many of those Saturday night main event shows have been can't miss, or have they turned out to be on the top tier level quality of like a PLE? They're not. There hasn't been any of them. There's been a few good, like decent ones. There's been a couple of decent Saturday night main events where they've had a couple of good matches on the card. But man, and especially the way they handled the Goldberg thing, as coming from somebody who's not even a Goldberg fan, I still think it was kind of crazy what they did to him. They rushed it. They cut his time short. He went off the air. They went off the air while he was in the middle of his thank you retirement speech. I thought that was pretty wild. I don't think they're going to do the same thing for John Cena here because I think they're going to learn their lesson from that. And also, they might actually view Cena in a different light than they probably see Goldberg. So I wouldn't be surprised if normally there's 4 to 5 matches on Saturday night's main event card in general. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 3 or maybe 4, and you give a plenty of time for a John Cena match. I would not even be mad against a match for John Cena to take place for the final hour of the show. I think that would be kind of cool. Have John Cena have a whole hour. His match can go 40 minutes, 45 minutes, go out with a bang, cut a promo, and then call it a career. I think I'd rather see that than them trying to rush everything in there and get it done in a certain time slot before they have to go off air. But I just think that the prices are astronomical. If you're going to the show and you're paying that much money, let me know in the comments. I need to know what you do for work. I've watched through some of the worst times in WWE. I don't need people telling me to watch AEW. I'm loyal here, okay? I've watched since I was 7 years old. I've been watching WWE since I was 7 years old, and I've watched it my entire life since. I have not taken breaks. I have not gone away. It wasn't a phase. I didn't go away for a little bit, came back to it. I've been watching the entire time. So if you're going to tell me that these days are the worst time for a WWE product, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I've sat through some very brutal times as a WWE fan, and I'm talking brutal. This is not even nowhere close to it. This is nowhere close to it, and I think the problem is with today's fan, especially, I'm not going to say all the fans. I'm going to say the newer fans. If you are a new WWE fan and you started getting into it probably right around the time that Roman Reigns' bloodline was really getting going, I'm telling you what, you came in at a very rare and great time because their expectations now, being a new fan, is that the product is going to be that hot 365 days a year, and that is just not the case. It does not work like that. You came in at a very special and rare time. That was peak. You're not going to have anything better than that. That was as good as it gets, and it's been the best it's been for a very long time. So you came in at a hard time to get used to the WWE product, because now when stuff gets a little stale throughout the year, you're questioning like, wow, this really fell off. I joined at a really hot time, and I thought it was going to be like this always. No, this is normal. They have one good thing, two good things. They ride it, and then it gets a little down. There's the down period in WWE's calendar. That happens every single year. That happens all the time. So if you're expecting it to be hot throughout the whole entire year, you might be looking for the wrong thing here. We have found out that Andrade is back with AEW, and normally I cover a lot of WWE stuff here. But I have to mention, because I mentioned it in another video, I thought that Andrade probably wouldn't go back to AEW, because I figured that if he did, he'd be walking into the same situation that he wanted to leave. But we'll see where it goes, I guess. If you're somebody who watches AEW like that, let me know how it goes. I don't really tune in like religiously like that. I keep up with some of the things that happens with AEW, but I don't really sit down and watch it every single week like I used to. But hey, good luck to Andrade. I think he's great in the ring. He's got a great... He's got the look. He's got everything, except for, I guess, the promo skills. If you're looking for somebody to connect with the crowd, I don't know if Andrade really does that, and I think that's always been his downfall. But, hey, I hope it works out in AEW for him. It didn't really work out in WWE. You know, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, he can. If you're gonna tell me that he was treated poorly in WWE and that's why he went back to AEW, I'm not gonna entertain it, dude. Like, there's a reason why he left. You can't tell me that it was Triple H's fault. You can't. I'm not gonna listen to that, because you can't tell me. I saw a post earlier that Triple H fumbled Andrade, so that would mean that Vince McMahon originally fumbled on Andrade, and then he went to AEW, and then Tony Khan fumbled Andrade, and then he went back to WWE. And now you're going to tell me Triple H fumbled Andrade so that Andrade can go back to AEW? Like, he's being passed around like a high school cheerleader? There's a common denominator there, and I don't think it's the companies he's worked for. It might be him. One other thing I wanted to talk about was the Iyo Sky situation, and you're all probably wondering what situation. I've had it in my mind now. And shout out to Corey from the Executive View. If you don't listen to that podcast or watch them, you definitely should. They're great people, and they've had me on a few times, and I like working with them. I like talking about wrestling with them. But Corey and I were speaking DMs about Iyo Sky, the possibility of Iyo Sky turning heel. I think Iyo Sky could turn heel. Like, if you think about it this way, right? We have Stephanie Vaquer as the women's champion. Rhea Ripley, top of the card always. Two big baby faces right there, okay? Iyo Sky, big baby face. Who are the heels for Monday Night Raw at least? I'm not even talking about SmackDown. Who are the heels? Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Becky Lynch, who is not really messing with the main event scene right now. She's doing the mid-card stuff. Who else do you got? Liv Morgan is gone. Naomi is gone for a little bit of time. Who do you have as the top heels in in the women's division? Iyo Sky would be the perfect person for it. They've built her up all this time. They put all of this time and equity into Iyo Sky to be the happy, smiley, great in the ring, adorable wrestler that everybody cares about and loves. Wouldn't it make sense to turn her heel? Wouldn't she side with the Kabuki Warriors here to have a swerve on Rhea? Because if there's somebody that Rhea hasn't been able to defeat, it's Iyo Sky. How perfect is that? Having two babyfaces go at it, where Rhea Ripley can't beat her, it doesn't work as good as Iyo Sky being a heel and Rhea Ripley chasing her, trying to beat her because she's never beat her before. Plus, the friendship is so close between Rhea Ripley and Iyo, where they're practically tonguing each other down every single week on Monday Night Raw. I'm kind of like, okay, are we doing this or what? like what are we doing here? What are you guys teasing? What's going on? We get it. You're really close friends. Wouldn't that be the best way to turn Iyo Sky heel? Because now you can have a top heel villain for the women here with Iyo Sky until Liv gets back, and even when Liv gets back, I think Liv's going to be a babyface. So you could have Iyo be the heel here. Bayley, we don't know what's happening there yet, but maybe she's going to transition to a heel pretty soon officially. There's no Liv, there's no Naomi. Who do you have? You're going to have a top heel in the women's division, and I think Iyo Sky would be perfect for that. Maybe at War Games, we could have the Kabuki Warriors, Iyo Sky. So that's what? That's 3. Maybe we could put Roxanne and Raquel in there. That's 5. Against Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer could help. Maybe we get Lyra and Bailey in there. And then maybe the 5th final person on Rhea's team could be Liv Morgan. That'd be a shock. That'd be a big deal, wouldn't it? And Liv can come back to a huge pop and reception. And then in that match, the War Games match, then you can build other stories where maybe Bailey turns on Lyra or whatever, and we start that going. Like, there's something to do here with this, and I think that combination works. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of variation of this come together. All right, my friends, I appreciate you checking out this video. If you haven't yet, please like this video. It does me a huge favor, and I would definitely very much appreciate it. This channel has grown a lot since we started it. It's kind of hit a little bit of a wall lately where we're not getting too many views and subscribers, and I'm going to keep putting stuff out there. I really am. I'm not going to stop, so that's not going to deter me away from it, but I would appreciate the help from you all. If you will like the video, do the hype points, I guess, is a new thing here. The hype points help too. Yeah, it would do a big favor to get other people's eyes on this channel, which is what I would love, is to have more people join our community. So I need your help in that case, though. Please like this video. Please share this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet for more WWE content. And until we meet again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.